Hello, my dear kids. How are you all? In today's video, we are going to cover the chapter number 11 of your English grammar, which is past tense. And we are going to talk about simple, continuous, and perfect past tense. Okay, so let us start with this chapter. Read the paragraph carefully. Underline all the words that tell you what happened during the trip. Write the base form of these verbs. Okay, so we have to underline we have to underline the words that tell what happened during the trip. Gaurav, Geeta, Manan, and Palak were in Cario last week. They woke up one morning and got and took a bus to Giza. So they took a bus. They visited the pyramids in Giza. They hired camels around the pyramids. They bought tickets and visited the biggest pyramid. They went into the Grand Gallery first. Stairs led them from the Grand Gallery to the Queen's Chamber and from there to the King's Chamber. They also saw the great Sphinx in front of the pyramids. It is an enormous statue of lion's body with a human head. Okay, so now we have underlined so many words. So in these words, we have to know the base form of verb. It is the second form. Okay, we are using the second form of verb here. Let's explore. Think about your day every day. आपको अपने रोज के दिन के बारे में समझना है, सोचना है. What were some things you did? आपने कौन कौन सी चीजें करी? Make a list of 5 actions from yesterday. 5 actions की आपको लिस्ट बनानी है. Like I woke up, I studied, अगर मैं अपने लिए बोलूं तो I taught. Now work in pairs. Exchange your list and underline the verbs in each sentences. ठीक है? Now you have to do this activity kids on your own. Explain. Simple past tense. Now let's study about our topic, simple past tense. Read these sentences. Abhijit sang well. We bought new books. The moon shone brightly. The bold words in these sentences are simple past tense. They are in simple past tense. Sung, bought, shone, right? सिंपल पास्ट टेंस में फॉर्म क्या रहती है? अफर्मेटिव सेंटेंस. यूज द पास्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब विद ऑल सब्जेक्ट्स. कोई भी सब्जेक्ट होगा, वर्ब की पास्ट फॉर्म ही यूज होगी. सब्जेक्ट डिड नॉट, अगर आपको नेगेटिव सेंटेंस बनाना है, सब्जेक्ट फिर डिड नॉट लगाना है बेस फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब, और फिर आप फॉर्म कौन से इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं? बेस फॉर्म इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं. बेस फॉर्म मतलब उसकी ओरिजिनल फॉर्म, जहां से वो स्टार्ट हुआ. अभिजीत डिड नॉट सिंग. सिंग इज द बेस फॉर्म. ओके, sang was the past form. The moon did not shine brightly. Okay, so पहले तो did not का यूज करना है. And यहाँ पे the word shine, it is showing what? It is showing that this is in past tense, but it is a negative sentence. It shows the action is not being done. Okay, negative का मतलब यही है, the action is not being done. Now, yes and no questions. How will the form change in yes and no question? Did plus subject plus base form of the verb. अब क्या यूज करना है? Did, सब्जेक्ट लगाएंगे, बेस फॉर्म लगाएंगे वर्ब की, उसके बाद जो भी है लास्ट में क्वेश्चन मार्क, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, डिड यू अटेंड द कॉन्सर्ट? Now in this, it is asking a question. Have you attended, like did you attend the concert? आप concert में गए थे? Did Abhijit sing well? It is asking about the singing skills of Abhijit. So first you have to use the word did, and then whatever is your subject and the form of verb you have to remember, it will be the base form. Now in WH question words, did comes after the WH question word. Then subject base form of the verb. Okay. For example, when did the concert start? Concert start कब हुआ था? So asking the time. Okay. So in these type of questions, what you have to do, you have to answer. And these questions are in the past tense, meaning they're asking about something which happened in the past. How did Abhijit perform? जो अभिजीत है उसने परफॉर्म कैसे किया? ठीक है, दिस इज द क्वेश्चन. यूज ऑफ सिंपल टेंस. अब सिंपल टेंस का, सिंपल पास्ट टेंस का यूज आप लोग कहाँ पर देख सकते हैं? टू एक्सप्रेस completed actions that took place at the same point of time in the past. कुछ चीज जो complete हो चुकी, completed actions that took place in some point in the past, जो past में हुआ था किसी point पर. I joined the school last month. Now this happened in the last month. जो time जा चुका है. You joining the school happened in the past. She received this letter yesterday. उसको लेटर कल मिला था. She got the letter yesterday. मतलब उसको कल मिला. And we are talking about the past, the time which has gone. To describe past habits, I usually went home on Sundays. Now this is showing that the habit used to happen in the past. It is not continued. Okay. To mention actions that began and ended in the past. Now some actions which began and at the same time they also ended in the past. I spent my childhood in Dehradun. मैंने अपना बचपन देहरादून में बिताया is what this sentence is suggesting. So your childhood started and ended in the past in Dehradun. I lived in Dehradun from 2004 to 2009. So this is about the timing of you staying there, and this is a timing which happened long time back. Words like usually, generally, every day, always, never. Which are these words? Often appear in past habit sentences. These words are a way to identify this simple past sentences. Okay. Now next. In different tenses, we use different forms of. जो tense different होगा, the form of verb भी different होगी. In simple past, we use past form. The past form, three forms of common verbs are. Now, what are the past forms? First is the present, which is also called the base form, past form, and the past participle form. Okay, we can refer to this table. It is telling us about the various present, past, and past participle forms. Act turns into acted, and in past participle also it's acted. Agree, agreed, agreed. Appear, appeared, appeared. Arrive, arrived, arrived. Awake, awoke, awoken. So sometimes the form changes from past to past participle also. Became, become, became, carry, carried, carried, catch, caught, caught, change, changed, changed, choose, chose, chosen. Here also you can see. And in these words you have to be extra careful. Come, 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 compare, compared, compared, cost, 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 cry, cried, cried, cut, cut, cut remains the same. Dance, 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 dealt, deal, dealt, dealt, died, 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 dig, dug, dug, do, did, done. See. Done shows the completion of the work. Fly, flew, flown, forget, forgot, forgotten, forgive, forgave, forgiven, forgotten, भुला चुके हैं, flown, उड़ चुका है, forgiven, माफ कर चुके हैं. So these all actions are showing the completion. Freeze, froze, frozen, get, got, give, gave, given, hang, hung, hunged, hear, heard, heard, shake, shook, shaken, strike, struck, study, studied, studied, swim, swam, swum, take, took, taken, think, thought, throw, threw, thrown, thrust, thrust, weep, wept, win, won, wind, won't. ठीक है? You got these words, you have to learn these words. Why? Why would you ask me, why should I learn these words, ma'am? You have to learn these because these help you to make sentences easily and more correctly. Okay? When these words are on your tip, it makes your work easier. Now, let's study about past continuous tense. In the previous chapter also, I told you whenever it is continuous, there is ing. Okay, so the ing form of verb is used. Read the following sentences. I was taking my lunch. मतलब मैं अपना लंच खा रहा था. The children were playing. बच्चे खेल रहे थे. These sentences show the verbs in these sentences show ongoing actions in the past. जो actions आपके past में चल रहे थे ये उनके बारे में आपको बता रही है. Past continuous tense form क्या रहती है? Affirmative sentence में subject, was, were, ing form of the verb is used. Okay, you'll put the subject, you'll put was or were according to the subject. Okay, then I was playing, they were playing. Was because the subject was I. They because plural subject, with plural subject we use were. Okay, then the base form was play plus ing is there. Negative sentence. How do you form a negative sentence? I always repeat a negative sentence. It is showing that the action is not being done. Okay, it's showing that this action is not being done. So before the action, before the verb, you add the word not. That denotes that this work is not done. I was not playing. मैं खेल नहीं रहा था. They were not playing. वो लोग नहीं खेल रहे थे. So here both was not and were not are showing that the action is not being done. The action of playing in this matter is not being done. Interrogative sentences was verb plus subject plus ing form of verb. Now you have to put was verb first, the first thing in the sentence. And if it is a WH question, you will put WH before was and were. Okay, then subject, then ing form of the verb. Were they playing? What were they playing? Okay, so क्या वो खेल रहे थे? तो क्या खेल रहे थे? ठीक है. Use of past continuous tense. Now, what is the use of past continuous tense? It expresses an action that has on that was going on or continuing at a specific point of time in the past. It is talking about the action that was going on in a certain point in past. The coach was taking a round of the ground. कोच ग्राउंड का एक राउंड ले रहे थे, चक्कर लगा रहे थे. So here it is talking about the action which happened in the past. At 7 o'clock last evening we were flying to London. हम लंदन जा रहे थे. ठीक है. Past perfect tense. Now what is past perfect tense? Whenever there is perfect tense, it denotes that the action is being completed. Read the following sentences. I had taken my lunch. मैं अपना lunch खा चुका हूँ. Joy had bought new books. Joy नई किताबें लाया था. The teachers had gone home. Teachers घर चले गए थे. So in all these sentences, okay, in all these sentences, my dear, the question is being, this work is being done in the past. It's completed in the past. Okay. What is the form of past perfect tense? You'll have the subject, whichever subject it is, had, and then the past participle form of verb will be there if it is an affirmative sentence. I had played, she had played, okay. And if it's a negative sentence, just put not between had and past participle form of verb, denoting that the action is not being done. Interrogative. If the sentence is interrogative, just bring had in the front. Okay, the had comes in the front. Okay. Now, had he played? Why had she not played? These are the questions. If there is a WH word, it comes before had. Uses of past perfect tense. Now, how can I use past perfect tense? If you will ask, how will I use it? Past perfect tense is used to show an action that had happened before another past action. It is showing what? It is showing an action that happened before any other action. When I reached Mohit's house, he had left the school. Okay, so here it's past and it will be are. Reached is past, had left is the earlier event. So this is a past perfect show action that had happened before another past action. Okay, before another past action, which is had left earlier event. Reached is the past action. Okay. Now there is a activity for you. Divide students into small groups. Give each group a simple scenario. Example, a surprise birthday party, a date at school, a lost puppy. Each group will create short skit or mini story using all three tenses. What you have to do? You have to create mini stories according to all these tenses. Past perfect, past continuous and simple past tense. Okay, you can do this very fun activity. Now let's move on to the evaluate part. Okay, students, we will be doing the evaluate part of this chapter now. Change the following sentences into negative sentences. Now you have to change these sentences. The rabbit hid in a hole. The rabbit. Now what is the form? What is the form of negative sentence? We have to add had and not. Let's see. It's here. Yeah, it's here. You have to add did not. Okay. So what we will write? The rabbit did not, or you can write didn't. The rabbit did not hide in a hole. Vasu gave Maya a book to read. Vasu did not give Mala a book to read. Motion had Motion was able to solve the sum. Motion was not able the sums. ये आंसर हो जाएगा हमारा. Okay, the rest you'll do. Read each pair of action and decide which action happened first, then join the two actions into one sentence using the correct tense. Okay, you have to see which action happened first and then you have to join these sentences. For example, Ria reached the station, the train had left. The train had left before Ria reached the station. Okay, we have to do like this. I switched on the lights. The room was dark. The room was dark before I switched on the light. They watched a movie. They had finished their homework. They watched a movie after they had finished their homework. Okay, so here we did these, and now the rest you have to do on your own. Let's see another one. C. Fill in the blanks with past continuous form of verbs given in the bracket. Now we have to use these verbs and fill the brackets. We dash our assignment last night. We were completing. Sorry, we were working. On our assignments last night. The duck in the lake early morning was swimming. Swimming. I dash into these problems. I was looking into these problems. The rest you can do on your own, right? Let's do another if you want. The doctors dash the cholera patient were treating. Okay. Complete these sentences with simple past tense and the past perfect tense verb tense of the verbs given in the bracket. Okay, we have to complete. When I dash home, everybody dash to sleep. When I reached home, everybody Go से हो जाता है went to sleep. I dashed to the backyard to pick a kite which dashed there. I went to the backyard to pick a kite which fell there. Okay. Dash your message at 10 o'clock. Father dash already for the office. Dash. I left your message at 10 o'clock. I received. यहाँ एक बार आप काट देना, चल नहीं रहा है। I received your message at 10 o'clock. Father had already left. Okay. Now the rest too you can do on your own, and this is a fun activity for you to perform. This you can do. This is the end of this chapter. Now I'll see you all in the next chapter. Until then, you have to take very good care of yourselves and you have to keep learning something new every day, kids. Thank you.